An interesting thing about ramen is how important the local dishes are. Regions of Japan each have their own spin on the world famous dish, with some ramen variants even being specifically named after the area it is from. I'm most excited about this week's ramen because it is aiming to give a long-standing local ramen a second breath of life. Nakamura Kentaro, owner of the famous Nakamura Mensaburo Shoten in Kanagawa, recently inherited his father's Tonkotsu ramen store in Ibusuki City down in Kagoshima. As you very well know, this region of Japan is known for the revolution of flavors brought on by Tonkotsu ramen, namely from Hakata in Fukuoka. Now, Kagoshima is not very often on the must-travel areas of ramen tourism, but combining the old with the new to bring a new revolution of his father's dish, Nakamura-san has reopened his father's store to make the second generation Nanshu Ramen. This week's ramen is a true father and son creation. So let's try this bowl and learn a little bit more about the dish from the new head chef who has made the incredible move to relocate from Kanagawa down to Kagoshima to run this restaurant. So let's take a look behind the bowl. Tonkotsu is generally regarded as the heaviest ramen around town. This is both a blessing and a curse. Tonkotsu tastes absolutely incredible, but its strong flavors can often leave would-be eaters unable to tolerate the richness. Sometimes you want the flavor of tonkotsu without blowing up your insides, leaving you bloated, although personally, I can't ever get enough. This soup was exactly that kind of soup. It was a lovely tonkotsu broth that was deep with that incredible umami richness, while also being a gentle, delicate and easy to drink soup. This is very much up to personal taste, but if you feel tonkotsu broth makes you feel queasy, I would recommend this bowl more for you. Moving on to the toppings, this is what makes Nanshu Ramen really shine. A nice variety of well-selected toppings that add more texture and contrast to the bowl as a whole. The chashu didn't make any mistakes. It had that fall-apart tenderness with an extra bit of chew and a lovely smoky flavouring around the skin side that acted as a glaze of saltiness that worked amazingly well with the absorption of the broth. Other toppings did an excellent job of bringing more life to this bowl, specifically with texture and crunch. Bean sprouts and jelly ears. By having these two crunchy yet contrasting toppings, it widened my enjoyment of the bowl, especially when mixed with the slight tanginess of the spring onion pieces. It made my overall experience conclude that this was a bowl made for mouthfeelers, which I guess is a very odd statement to say, thinking about it, but it perfectly melded a variety of textures without overloading your senses with super heavy soup. I much prefer the very strong tonkotsu broths, but there is definitely room in my palate for the occasional kind, welcoming, crunchy ramen dishes like this one.
鳥谷雄一と申します。神奈川県の中村免三郎商店というところで中村健太郎さんの下で修行させていただいた後に今鹿児島県指宿市の2代目南州ラーメンというところで店長としてやらせていただいてます。鹿児島豚骨ラーメンと豚骨をベースにした担々麺の今は2種類でやらせてもらってます。鹿児島豚骨ラーメンというのはちょっとざっくりとした定義イメージにはなってしまうんですけども、博多ラーメンとは少し違った少し中太麺で、玉ねぎ油が使われているのが特徴だと思います。あとはトッピングにもやしが入っていたり、向こうの店舗では卓上にお漬物、つぼ漬けなどが置かれていることが多くて、そういったところも特徴の一つかなと思います。南州ラーメンはもう40年以上のすごい長い歴史がある店で、2代目になる前も一応鹿児島豚骨ということでやられてました。今年の9月にリニューアルオープンさせていただいたんですけれども、その時からの常連さんがやっぱり多く来てくださって、本当に地域に愛されているようなお店だと感じています。でその常連さんと、新しく若い世代にも、鹿児島豚骨ラーメンを楽しんでいただきたいと思ってますので、どこか懐かしさがありながらも新しいようなラーメン作りっていうのをコンセプトに、やっています。指宿市は、とても有名な観光地で観光客の方々がすごいいらっしゃってくださっているので、鹿児島豚骨ラーメンっていうのを 世界中の人に食べていただけるいいチャンスだと思っているので、地域の皆様、常連の皆様ももちろんなんですけれども、そういった観光客の皆さんにも楽しんでいただけるようなお店にしていきたいと思います。頑張りたいです。
This bowl was perfectly mashed with a little bottle of cider that I got with it. A lovely way to round off the bowl with a sharp and sweet beverage. By the way, if you're British like me, no, cider is not an alcoholic beverage, unfortunately. It's more like lemonade. Oh, sorry Americans, lemonade is not the drink you're thinking of either. It's more like soda, Australians' fizzy drink. Dad, I'm talking about pop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.